Hey fam! Ever wonder why some people just seem to get money while others are always scrambling? Is it about being a super saver, or is there something bigger at play? What if I told you the secret sauce isn't just about how you handle your cash, but how you make it? And what if focusing on earning more, especially when you're young, is actually way more important than obsessing over every single cent? Stick around, because we're diving deep into why boosting your earning power needs to be your main game. Don't forget to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more awesome content. Let's get real for a sec. When it comes to money, there are two totally different superpowers you can have. One is the ability to make money, to go out there, hustle, create value, and bring in the dough. The other is the ability to manage money, to budget like a boss, save strategically, and make your existing cash work harder for you. And here's the kicker. Just because you're a wizard at one doesn't mean you're any good at the other. Think about it. We all know folks who are absolute earning machines but end up blowing through their cash like there's no tomorrow. Conversely, there are super careful savers who pinch every penny, but their income is so limited that their savings efforts barely move the needle. This article isn't about shaming either group, but about recognizing a fundamental truth, especially for young people trying to figure out their financial game. Before you even think about complex investment strategies or intricate budgeting apps, there's a foundational skill that needs your undivided attention: increasing your capacity to earn. Without a solid income stream, all the money management hacks in the world will only ever let you optimize a small pie instead of helping you bake a bigger one. It's about understanding which stage of the game you're in and what moves will give you the most leverage for your financial future. It's time to shift our perspective and prioritize where our energy goes for maximum impact. Now, let's talk about you, the young hustlers in your 20s and early 30s. This isn't the time to be overly obsessed with cutting every single cost to the bone or trying to squeeze blood from a stone. While being mindful of your spending is always a good move, your absolute top priority should be boosting your ability to generate more income. Seriously, think about it. If you're only earning a modest amount, say minimum wage or slightly above, saving an extra 10% or 20% isn't going to magically make you rich. That 10% of a small number is still a small number. The real game changer at this stage is to drastically increase the base amount you're working with. Imagine if you could double or triple your income in a few years. Suddenly, that 10% saving becomes a significant chunk of change, and your financial growth accelerates exponentially. This isn't about being irresponsible with money, but about strategic prioritization. Your youth is your biggest asset for growth. You have more energy, more time to learn, and often fewer heavy financial commitments than someone later in life. This is the prime window to invest in yourself, take risks, and focus on building skills that directly translate into higher earning potential. Don't fall into the trap of hyperfrugality at the expense of growth opportunities. Focus on expanding your earning pie first, and then you'll have a much more substantial pie to manage and save from. So, how do you actually boost your earning power? Simple. By investing in your neck up. This isn't about fancy stocks or real estate, yet. And it's about pouring your time, energy, and a little bit of money into upgrading yourself. Think of it like this. Your brain and your skills are your most valuable assets. The more valuable skills you acquire, the more problems you can solve, and the more valuable you become in the marketplace. We're talking about practical, in-demand skills like digital marketing, where you learn to navigate social media ads, SEO, and content creation to help businesses grow online. Or maybe coding, mastering languages like Python or JavaScript to build apps, websites, or automate tasks. Public speaking is another massive one, allowing you to articulate ideas clearly, lead teams, or even become a compelling content creator. Even mastering a practical trade or a specific craft can elevate your income. The point is, don't just sit around waiting for opportunities. Create them by becoming indispensable. Spend your evenings watching tutorials, taking online courses, reading industry books, or even just practicing new techniques. Every new skill you genuinely acquire and master adds another layer to your professional toolkit, making you more adaptable, more competitive, and ultimately capable of commanding a higher salary or attracting more clients. This investment pays dividends far beyond any traditional financial investment you could make in your early years, because it directly unlocks new streams of income and career paths. All right, so once you've started making that paper, what's next? That's where money management finally steps into the spotlight. While boosting your income is priority one, you can't just let that increased cash flow burn a hole in your pocket. This is where a simple, yet powerful framework comes in handy. The 1-2-3-4 rule for managing your money. This isn't some super complicated financial jargon. It's an easy-to-remember guideline designed to help you allocate your income in a way that balances immediate needs, future goals, and a little bit of fun. Think of it as your personal financial cheat sheet, giving you a clear roadmap for where every dollar should go. The beauty of this rule lies in its flexibility and common sense approach. It helps you avoid the common pitfalls of either spending everything you earn or saving so aggressively that you burn out. It's about creating a sustainable financial habit that supports both your present well-being and your long-term aspirations. By having a clear system, you reduce financial stress, make smarter spending decisions, and ensure that a portion of your hard-earned money is always working for you, not against you. This rule acts as a foundation, allowing you to grow your wealth systematically and avoid the endless cycle of earning and immediately spending. Let's break down the first two parts of this game-changing rule: 10% for your future and 20% for fun. That 10% for the future is non-negotiable, non-touchable, long-term money. We're talking about savings and investments that are specifically earmarked for your big financial goals, like retirement, buying a house years down the line, or achieving true financial independence. The golden rule here is pay yourself first. As soon as your paycheck hits, automate that 10% transfer into a separate savings or investment account. Out of sight, out of mind, and before you know it, you'll have a growing nest egg. This isn't just about money. It's about building an unbreakable habit of delayed gratification and future-proofing your life. Then there's the 20% for fun. And yes, healing definitely falls under this. This chunk of your income is specifically for entertainment, hobbies, vacations, treating yourself, and anything that genuinely brings you joy and helps you de-stress. It's crucial to have this budget for fun because life isn't just about endless saving. It's about enjoying the journey. Denying yourself all pleasure can lead to burnout, and even impulsive, large spending sprees later on. So, whether it's a concert ticket, a weekend getaway, or that new gadget you've been eyeing, this 20% allows you to enjoy your hard work responsibly, without guilt, and without derailing your other financial goals. It's about finding that sweet spot where you save diligently, but also live a fulfilling life. Now, let's dive into the next two crucial segments of the 1-2-3-4 rule. 30% for building assets and freedom, and 40% for your essential living expenses. The 30% dedicated to building assets and freedom is your power zone for accelerating financial independence. This is where you might put extra funds into a diversified investment portfolio beyond your long-term future savings. Build up a robust emergency fund, aim for 3 to 6 months of living expenses seriously, or save for bigger cash purchases like a down payment on a car or even a business venture. This portion is all about creating more financial flexibility and security. It's the money that actively works to generate more wealth for you, providing a safety net, and paving the way for bigger opportunities. The goal here is to acquire things that appreciate in value or generate income, rather than just consume. Then, we have the 40% for living expenses. This is the bulk of your income and covers all your non-negotiable day-to-day costs: rent or mortgage payments, groceries, transportation, gas, public transit, utility bills, and basic necessities. This 40% is the backbone of your monthly budget, ensuring you cover your survival costs comfortably. It's important to be realistic here. If your living expenses consistently exceed 40%, you might need to reevaluate your lifestyle, find ways to cut costs, or even more importantly, look back at how you can increase your income further to accommodate a comfortable 40% within the rule. The key is to find a balance where your basic needs are met without eating into your other crucial financial goals. To truly nail that 10% for the future, and even the 30% for assets and freedom parts of the rule, you need some solid habits. The first key to successfully stashing away those future funds is to do it early. This means as soon as your salary hits your account, that designated percentage should automatically transfer out. Don't wait until the end of the month. Don't wait to see what's left, because, let's be honest, there often won't be much left if you do. Automating this transfer makes saving effortless and consistent, turning it into a non-negotiable part of your financial routine, rather than an afterthought. The second crucial tip is to separate your accounts. This sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Don't mix your daily spending money with your savings or investment funds. Have a dedicated savings account that you rarely look at or touch. This creates a psychological barrier, making it much harder to dip into your long-term money for impulse buys. Think of it as putting your future self's money in a vault. Lastly, give your money a purpose. Don't just save blindly. Give each savings pot a specific name and goal. For example, instead of just savings account, call it dream car fund, house down payment, or retirement freedom. Naming your goals makes them tangible, motivating you to contribute consistently, and making it harder to spend that money on something else. These 3 habits, when practiced consistently, transform saving from a chore into an empowering journey towards your biggest dreams. While building your earning power and mastering the 1-2-3-4 rule, beware of a sneaky financial trap, the danger zone of lifestyle inflation. This typically kicks in when your income starts to grow significantly, especially for those who climb into the 10-50 million IDR monthly earning bracket. What happens is, as your paychecks get fatter, your standard of living tends to rise right along with them. That slightly better apartment, the fancier coffee, eating out more often, upgrading your phone every year, or taking more expensive trips. Individually, these might seem small, but collectively, they can quickly eat up your increased income, leaving you feeling like you're still not getting ahead, despite earning more. It's a psychological phenomenon where your perceived needs expand to match your available resources, rather than keeping your core expenses stable and saving or investing the surplus. People in this zone are particularly vulnerable because they feel a sense of financial comfort. But if they don't consciously manage their spending, they can actually end up with less disposable income for savings and investments than when they earned less. The key to avoiding this trap is awareness and discipline. As your income grows, proactively decide where that extra money will go before you get used to spending it. Automate larger contributions to your savings and investment accounts first. Remind yourself that true financial freedom isn't about how much you spend, but how much you keep and grow. Finally, we arrive at arguably the most critical and non-negotiable rule for building a solid financial foundation. Avoid debt. Seriously, this isn't just good advice. It's a golden principle that can save you years of financial stress and regret. The philosophy here is simple. If you can't afford to buy it with cash, you probably don't really need it right now. And even if you think you need it, if you have to go into debt for it, it might not be worth the long-term cost. We're talking about consumer debt here. Things like credit card balances that roll over month to month, personal loans for non-essential items, or buying something on installment plans just because you want it now. Debt is a thief of future opportunities and a massive burden that can seriously limit your financial flexibility. It ties up your income in interest payments that could otherwise be contributing to your savings, investments, or even your fund budget. Imagine if all the money you pay towards interest could instead be put into your future fund. The only good debt is typically for appreciating assets like a house, and even then, manage it wisely, or an investment in your education that directly boosts your earning potential significantly. For everything else, strive for the cash-only mentality. Waiting to save up for something teaches patience, discipline, and ensures that when you finally get it, it truly belongs to you, without the shadow of monthly payments and interest hanging over your head. Break free from the debt cycle, and you unlock a whole new level of financial peace. So, here's the ultimate takeaway, especially for all you awesome young folks out there. Your financial journey starts with a laser focus on increasing your capacity to make money. In your 20s and early 30s, this is your superpower. Invest relentlessly in yourself, your skills, your knowledge, your expertise. Becoming more valuable means you can earn more, and that's the biggest lever you have for financial growth. Once that income stream starts flowing, then, and only then, does the art of managing money truly come into its own. Use simple, effective frameworks like the 1-2-3-4 rule to guide your spending and saving. Prioritize, paying yourself first for your future. Enjoy your present responsibly. Build assets for freedom, and cover your necessities. Critically, be super aware of lifestyle inflation. Don't let your expenses creep up just because your income does. And perhaps most importantly, live by the golden rule of avoiding debt. If you can't buy it cash, rethink if you truly need it. By embedding these habits early on, boosting your earning potential, managing your money smart, and staying debt-free, you're not just building a healthy bank account. You're building healthy financial habits and a foundation for lifelong financial freedom. This path ensures you're not just existing, but thriving, with control over your money and your future. Disclaimer: The content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be considered financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research or consult a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. The creator is not responsible for any losses or damages resulting from the use of this information.